The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Another weekend. We have the GamerConnect Streamer Showdown today, brought to you by our display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. And a huge shout out to NVIDIA, GeForce India, and GamerConnect as well. And today with me again, we have OG, who's going to give us our expert opinions on these very stacked but very entertaining bunch of individuals. OG.
Well, Sai, he tried to do something out of the box, but he's gonna be put in one, the coffin to be more exact. Supermad tries to replicate Sai's idea of success, but he fails as well. Robo trying to charm in from the window, and again, it's the B side, so it's gonna be really hard for them to try retaking the man down. Robo's good for one before he does go down, though. Zishu. It's all left to him and DynamicJatt, but they're finally pulling it back! A bunch of headshots goes his way! And my oh my! Who gives two hoots if the B side's hard to retake? They have Zishu.
Yeah, what just happened? Zishu made that look so easy. For a bit, I was worried for Bakri 5, but yeah, as we see the team names, yes, it is Bakri 5 versus team is CC5. So these are some of your favorite streamers and very popular faces in the CSGO community as well. I mean, we have Sai, we have Zishu, Robo, Tbone, Fatu. We also have ScoutOP, Meow, Ankkita C, as well as Supermad and DynamicJatt. This is gonna be a fun-filled bunch of matches. It is a best of 3, and like we said, Zishu making it look easy. There we go. He's already going to town, but unfortunately this time does get taken down. And what do you think the push's gonna go this time?
Well, it's a free M4 on the hands of CC5, and they're looking to commit on the back of this side with the USP. Bots are aggressing through CT. Scouts getting ripped apart as Scout himself does it. It's all left on a Robo with his mighty Deeg and DynamicJatt at range with the MP5. How are they landing these shots at such distances? Robo, he needs to hold on to be alive. DynamicJatt on the rotation. Another ding goes his way, but that is not the kill. The MP5 still not, the MP7 actually still not good at this range. Not really sure why he's not able to land any shots. I guess movement's a little panicky. Scout does manage to pick it up, and you really got to question, are Bakri 5 actually serious? Both of them had Scouts rotating in through CT, and they still opted for the USP engagement.
Yeah, I mean, but then yeah, Scout was he's the one that picked up the M4 and made it count. So Zishu is going to be kicking himself there because that was a pretty hefty fight. You can see them now on 4 Deegs and a Scout. Sai already taking some shots here. It seems as though it's another rusher. I think they're taking it slow this time. So I'm guessing I see a bit of I sense a bit of tryhard now. As we start moving into rounds, you think it's gonna get much more serious as the rounds progress, or you think it's just gonna be a fun-filled YOLO type of gameplay from everyone?
Well, I guess Bakri 5 are technically the most stacked lineup, so they'll be looking to have a little bit of fun along the way. You know, not everything needs to be as serious. All said and done, this is a streamer showdown, and it's gonna take some of the highlights from Sai and Zishu. I guess that's what they're aiming for, right? These kind of tournaments, you're looking to get those highlight reels. You're looking to get them juicy frags.
Oh yeah, flex as much as you can once the tournament's over. All the editors keeping their eyes on these big frags, because these are not your regular players. Getting a highlight reel in this game is definitely gonna put you up on the map. And with that being said, Robo, the one of 2 people alive, and I think they're just gonna, it looks as though they're gonna save. But that was a beautiful setup for Zishu to get a counter onto Fatu and Tarzan. Tarzan is ScoutOP, for people wondering. So yeah, stacked team already on the back foot, 1 round to 2. Who do you think is your favorite going into this tournament? Do you think Bakri 5, I mean, we say it's stacked, but it seems as though CC5 have so much more control going into at least the first few rounds.
Well, given the names, you got to assume that Bakri 5 are in the upper hand of this, but no reason why Team CC can't pull off an upset. Again, these are just a couple of streamers getting together to play, so the professional aspect of the game is more or less out the window. It's more about just how much of a unit can you function under these pug-like situations. For now, it does seem like they're going to opt back on this vibe. I'm not really sure why they're opting in for the Scouts, but it seems like they have the confidence to pull it off. DynamicJatt with the MP7, not even to whip off a couple of shots. Finally whips out a deagle. I'm not really sure why he's juggling in between weapons. Sai, real up close and personal, not the best situation for many scouters. Tbone, like a madman, rushing the flames through the window. to get side down. This has to be some kind of mental game that he's going with.
Yeah,
at least with this map.
Tbone's feeling it today. It's the weekend. He's done with work. He just wants to frag out of his mind and have a good time. And you can see that he is going for the aggressive plays. He's making the plays for his team. And unfortunately, Buckley5 not really able to respond.
Well, I guess they're trying to make it a little bit entertaining, to give us a longer map maybe, to enjoy this as much as humanly possible. And enjoyment, it's all fun and games, right? But lately, given how the trend has progressed in the professional scene for CS, I advise all of you to take a little bit of personal care, especially while gaming. Make sure you get the best comfort you have while gaming. Make sure you have the peripherals you need to be playing as many hours as you do. Because we have recently seen that Zipnix and Glaive have decided to opt out of professional CS for a while, and these are players who have been playing all the way back from since 2014 to 2013, when they used to play for teams like Copenhagen Wolves, a former brand, one legendary in Danish CS. Seeing these players leaving CS when they're still at the top of their prime in terms of their career peak, it's a real disheartening thing to see, and that might be the case for a couple of streamers as well. Let's hope that this quarantine goes easy on all of us and entertaining as well.
But yeah, again, B is the call. Relentless pushes coming in from the side of Team CC5, and they're gonna get easy plant there. Molly's on the window. Tbone gets a bit of a burn there. But yeah, 4 alive against the 3, but there is an op in Robo's hand. So, like you said, the professional aspect is definitely out of the window. The economy here is shattered. You know, they just go and at it every single round. It's almost like a pug game, as you said, because it seems that every round's a buy round, and that's so fun to watch. And wow, Tbone just finds Robo with that op. Now Zishu, can he make some magic happen? Even though he cannot get the... Yep. He does get 2 guns. Now he's gonna spot the 3rd.
And at this point, it's all damage, and damage he does inflict. Nobody from Team CC5 even survived the bomb blast. Oh boy.
And Zishu is the highest fragger. He's got 8 frags already to his name. So I have a feeling they're holding back, you know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have a feeling Buckley5 is holding back, because Zishu is clearly, he's just testing the grounds at this moment.
Yeah, they're just feeling the warmth of the water.
Ooh, side gets stacked by Scout there. The shot through the smoke, and DynamicJatt again gets punished in he gets punished this time in A. Also A long, he's gonna go down the push. A is gonna come in, Fatu waiting for the utility usage. Mad spray, but Supermad.
He's gonna go massive. He's in a position where he can do huge damage with the first. Again, he's the anchor to the A side, which simply bites the dust. Buckley5, it looked like they were completely set up to negate that long push, but in focusing on that one angle, they completely left the backstab to the winds. Team CC5, this might be a fun tournament, but it looks like they're gonna just keep pushing forward, trying hard to get as many rounds in peace as humanly possible.
Oof, what a
damn
flick!
Now I know where that OP comes from.
Yeah, exactly. He made it look easy there. And let's remind you, he just played a very big tournament on the mobile as well. He just switched over and he's making it look easy. It's almost like this man is gifted. And you're right, OP. We know where the OP comes from now. And Robo. All right, return in the favor there onto Tbone.
Almost takes Maharani down as well. Down to 8 HP. Double left on Zishu at range with the Deagle. Spam doesn't work out though, and Zishu ends up going down 6-1. A team that we thought are the favorites entering this best of 3 grand finals matchup. Well, I guess we have the whole caster's curse hitting us.
Oh yeah, as usual. I mean, every time OG and me pick a team, they for some reason just want to let us down. I don't know why. Yeah, it's very consistent. So if you guys, ever want predictions, do hit us up, because every time we vote for a specific team, they end up losing. And just completely blinded. DJ walks into long, gets mowed down. Oh man, that was just perfect timing. Now
I guess he alongside the chat keeps asking the question, Scout kidhar hai? I guess now they get to know. He's towards long, and that's not a place to be messing with on both sides. That's kind of frag on a Tbone. River could give him the boost and potentially go for even more. Mind you, the rotation's committed with one man on the back line, starts being Supermad. They are setting up this long frag, but Fatu 2. Fat guy on defense. Sai, he's the only one to hold it in place. Supermad, he's a little late, but he does the damage, and he does more than enough. Scouts towards wait, it's actually Sai towards CT. Scouts all the way through A short, and he might just need to face them together. Although the back turn and the frag gifted. Sai, so it's Supermad against Scout. The most unlikeliest 1v1 he could ever think of, but the most likely weapon on Scout's hand. Struck by the boxes, but still whips the frag with the P250. Boy, this got close for comfort.
Scouts making it look easy. There's 7 rounds to 1. Can Bakrifa even answer? Because this is a best of 3, right? Every map's gonna make you play your heart out. And clearly, CC5 have come to win. They're not holding anything back. All it's just pedal to the metal. 7 rounds already picked up. Is this gonna be a 16-1? Is the real question, because some reason it's looking pretty iffy for the side of Bakrifa.
Yeah, damn, that entry is crisp. DynamicJatt bites the dust, and I guess they didn't have much to get into this round from the get-go, because it's only Pistols invested. It's only Supermad who's coming with the Hero M4 investment. Should potentially save, but you never really know, do you? Scout. So much ahead, Robo just walks into his crosshair, which has been the case throughout this game. Scout's been, it's not those kind of flashy op shots that you see, right? But it's those consistent, it's that consistent play with the AWP where you just hold the angle, let the man walk in, and pull the trigger. It's more along the lines of device scouting versus simple, where it's more disciplined and you rely more on your game sense and your understanding of the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Supermad, as you see it, is gonna save the weapon. That's gonna be the 8th round for Team CC5. Bakri 5. I don't know. Is there anything they can do? What do you feel like they should be doing right now to even get back on the scoreboard? Because they had a nice first round, and then that's the only round they really picked up.
I guess what Team Bakri need to consider is an aggressive stance towards short, because they're usually getting aggressive towards either A long or B tunnels, and if you get short control, it's a very easy rotation to either of the side. DynamicJatt being tagged. Sai, how does he miss that top end? Supermad lags it in return. A beautiful start for Bakri 5. Finally, it looks like they've come alive. Finally, these big names providing on a silver platter. Zishu. His aim has been looking hot for the past 1 hour, and finally it looks good in game as well. Through the smoke, how else would you have it? I wonder what the settings must be.
That was a little jab at Zishu, but finally they make it look easy. But I like what you said also, right? I noticed that, yeah, there's always a 3 long and 3 A long, 2 B split. There's nobody playing short, and I have a feeling, yes, if you do get short control, you can make sure they don't rush mid to B. You can make sure you hold the double doors as well as lower tunnels as well. Do you think Sai should be playing short, considering he is one of the primary ops? I mean, they're running a dual op setup. Do you think Sai should be the one that's aggressing there, or you feel like an assaulter with maybe an M4 should go and hold that angle instead?
A player like Sai is more dependent on how his team plays around him, which, considering it's a team of just 5 streamers, you really won't be comfortable going all that aggressive. But hey, when you are one of India's best operators, there's nothing stopping your way, is it? It can go either way, but at the moment, it's just depending on how comfortable Sai feels around these plays. Scout, he had an inkling. He knew what was up, but didn't deal with it in the best of manners. Hence, he's gone down. Zishu, he needs to come massive with the AWP with Sai chiming in from the A side as well. What a flick! Holy Jesus, I didn't see that on my screen. Damn.
That was a lot of distance that he covered with that flick as well, and now you know who the last person, or the last second person is. That's gonna be Meow, and Maharani is stuck all the way, long doors. Doesn't look. I mean, she can do a little bit of damage and possibly get some guns, but you can see her left, right.
At this point, it's like your team is just screaming at you, "Hey, Green, where are you? Why are you no push?"
Oh no, she whiffed. She paints around Sai, and Sai's gonna take her down. Oh man. I think she just didn't want to make the push there. She just got stuck at A. And I think they were stuck between a bunch of different calls as well, because I saw 2B, 2 double doors, and then Maharani is Ankkita, who is sitting all the way at A long.
Take that for content.
Oh yeah. And again, there's no shot. literally nobody wants a shot.
No, Supermad, he was blind as a bat, but still opted to go for the peak. Now, Sai with AWP, blind as a bat, yet lands that shot. Robo with the double spray, coming massive from pit, whips out the USP and gets Parson as well. Scout, not as OP as you'd assume. Fatu now left in the 1 versus 2. He gets the initial kill, but that is a small step along a long way he needs to tread. Zishu's already watching the backlines while DynamicJatt comes in from CT. He is put in a box and he does not like it. The one thing he has going for him though is time. He could potentially play around the minds of Zishu and DynamicJatt, but considering how aggressive Zishu has been, it should be an easy affair for Fatu. He has 2 individual 1v1s up against him. Regardless where he goes, all he needs to do is to get that first engagement in the bag.
And he is definitely playing time. 50 seconds on the clock. And Fatu is also an impressive CSGO player. I mean, his streams are 80% him having a really good time and entertaining everyone. But he's definitely got the aim. And let's see, first 1v1 battle against DJ.
DJ isn't really offering much of a challenge. On the spot, beautiful timing. At the end of the day, it's just hitting that timing, right? And it's more of a innate trait than a skill you can develop. I guess for
Intuition.
Intuition, yeah, there we go. Pixel angles is what I should expect from Sai now. At this point, considering that he has only one man who could actually out-op him, that being Scout. Wait. Oh boy. We are in full throttle. That's sort of. If he gets a single kill with this, I'm done. I really would not know how to process that emotionally speaking, you know?
I'm more of a shotgun player myself, so yeah, it is all out. Here we go.
The whiff! Supermad! Oh my god.
It to me, it looked like Supermad was a little overwhelmed there when he spotted all 5 terrorists up there and
he got bamboozled.
Completely whiffed. Now though, Robo's got his work cut out for him. That's a 20 HP Tbone that's gonna go down. So the long push is gonna be down, but Fatu catches Sai. Going in for that jump, DJ.
The rotations come in though, and DynamicJatt. Wait, what? Fatu, he's been hitting some insane shots, but this is something that I didn't expect to see. This kind of form. Again, DynamicJatt was completely hidden. He was walking his way up the CD elevators and an instant one-tap receiving his call. 2 versus 3, it seems very unlikely, but it is Zishu alive, right? If there's one man you do not want to tamper with, it is going to be Zishu. The bomb kind of is short and that tag! Marani did not know what hit her at the sun don't shine. Robo, you could potentially get on the defuse with Zishu covering him. The flash comes in, quickly dodges. What a flick! Fatu! Oh boy, Marani, she stands no chance of stopping the defuse, just pushes the smoke to her eventual demise. Boy, Zishu.
Yeah, the Bakri fight training is definitely rolling now, and it is on full speed ahead. 4 rounds back to back. And it's all on these dual ops. If you look at it, Zishu 16 frags, and he's just making it look easy at this point in time. Cool, calm, collected, and super confident. I must add, because that was a difficult retake, and he's just so confident. And the flicks though, on point. And some of these flicks are not easy as well. Just so you say that Sai is gonna find Tbone. Full body peak, not the best, and there you go, shot control, as you were saying. There's about 3 Ts in short, but they are gonna start moving away.
And Side this time with the AWP chiming in. We've seen a lot of this from Zishu, but this is slow start for Side. Supermad, he's good on the spray for only Scout. Team CC, they're in a very enclosed position. It's more or less just waiting for the eventual doom. Not if it comes in this way, though. Meow actually out-fragged Sai, which is surprising to say. DynamicJatt, oh no, this is the worst time. Meow, she should be in audible range. Not in a position to capitalize, though. Robo, quick spray down on a Maharani as it's only left on a Meow. Well, 1 versus 3. Wow. Just a quick peek, like Sonic the Hedgehog. Meow 16K simply could not hold the angle. 8-6. Buckery 5.
Yeah, the
They are-
Buckery 5 now are stringing together 5 rounds already in the bag. And I think it was a lack of momentum. And now it seems as though they found their footing. And they are going to capitalize because 2 more rounds and they will. Actually, this is the last round. So would you say
Scout
7
has
to
to
8?
sort off.
Oh, he's got a sword off again. All right.
It's looking spicy.
He didn't make it work last time around. He did pick up a weapon from his teammate, but this time around, let's see if he can get kill and Sai
Beautiful flick.
using the op as his own sort of.
Supermad, checking the wrong angle at the wrong time. Meow. Timing is on her side as usual. Fatu, AWP looking towards CT, but they're not clear side. Robo, he could cost. But good for the second as well. Meow bites the dust. A short push, it crumbles. Tarzan, he's split apart from Maharani. They do rejoin though, but it is not a sweet reunion. 8-7. I'm gonna lie, they had us in the first half. Not gonna lie. And yeah, it just turned into one big meme.
7
Boy.
to 8. Is this still good enough? Is the question. Because I mean, of course, CD side a little bit difficult, but can CC5, since they did have a really good start, can they hold the sites? Because it's going to be a very aggressive Buckery 5 that's going to just come rushing at you. And, we've seen Zishu, we've seen what he can do, we've seen what Sai can do, as well as Robo now started chipping in. So 16, 13, and 13, these are the frag leaders for the side of Buckery 5. And on CC5, it's going to be Meow with 14 lead in the pack. And then we have Tbone and Fatu with 11 and 10 kills. It's going to be enough because... There you go. Just as I say that, relentless push coming in from lower tunnels. 3-man strong.
And CC5 have proven that they're not shy of taking any of these engagements. They want to go in the dirt and get dirty along with them. Robo. Initial pick on a Tbone is good. It's Scout all alone towards the side and he's dinked and bagged. Fatu, I'm not really sure if he didn't spot the other player who was shot. The bomb's making its way and a swing from long from Zishu. Good for the first. Fatu real up close and personal as he finally lands that frag. Sai coming in the saving light though as Meow left in the 1v1. Sai! Sai! He's got to be yelling, how can she hit?
That was a very good pre-fire there coming in from Meow. Read Sai like a book, knocks him in the head, and he's out of the map. That is gonna definitely. I mean, Sai's gonna question himself like, how does she know?
Sai's gonna be like, how does she slap? How? You never know. You never know.
And I like what you said as well. The observation here. Look at that. The shot control. It's gonna make it huge.
Damn, son!
That's good enough. He did the damage, and that's gonna be an easy round for CC5 unless Superman has something to say.
He could go to bomb plant. No questions asked. There's nobody towards side. Everybody's gonna be on the back lines. But I don't think Superman's gonna be having a heads up about that. Yeah, he's gonna try making the long play, which is what any player in this position would logically do. If only he could see what we could see, right? So probably wouldn't be playing the tournament, but he'd be a step ahead. 10-7 nonetheless. Buckery 5. They had kind of a disturbing first half, but this is their chance to get on a redeeming second because their buy round's gonna come in. Not much utility going their way, which means they will have to rely on early engagements and utility going their way. Let's see what Team CC5 do offer, because when we saw Buckery 5 on their CT side, they were rushing through lower tunnels, taking the fight at uppers. No real team would actually put on that amount of aggression. I guess if they're comfortable doing that on their CT side, their CT side should be more than just a cakewalk. Buckery 5, quick push towards mid, side trying to take the backline, will get cut off by Tbone, and Fado adding into the kill feed as well. Tarzan alone with the Eagle, trying his mightiest best to defend the B side, but Fado sweeps in through tunnels and just gathers the frags aplenty. CC5, I'm gonna just come on and say it, this scares me. This scares me. Buckery 5 are getting ripped apart like there's
It's
no
almost
tomorrow.
the early momentum. At the start of every round, it's almost like CC5 gets super ahead, and then they just string together like 6 rounds and throw everything. They're just like, you know what, let's even this out. Maybe it's a mind game, you know. Maybe it's playing it for the long run.
Scout. Oh!
That's a good shot.
That is one hell of a kill. Alright. Who cares if he's a PUBG player? He can still knock the balls out of the park when it comes to CS. I did not expect to see Scout performing this well with the AWP. I guess he's putting on a show for every single one of us at home. Zishu with the deagle though. He's good for the frag on a Meow. Mind you, they do not have the bomb, so the frag is going to do very less in the way of getting the side, more than creating real estate. Maharani, bam! Now it gets dirty. Supermad, he's playing the back lines. He is just a snake at this point, and he needs to choose his prey accordingly. Because if he goes for the wrong one, he could potentially mess up this round. For now, the only thing on Team CC's mind is, guys, the A side's down, we need to retake. But the positioning of Tbone is as such where he could know that the fake is towards B. What does he decide to do? The Deagle on Zishu is on the retreat, and they're completely boarded. Oh, Zishu, he wants up himself. He gets the kill on a Tbone. Tarzan, he gets the shot, but through the box, the Deagle whipped out as he finds the kill. But there's valuable time being wasted. Supermad, all he needs to do is just chill. He just needs to relax and just lay waste in the B side. Tarzan is not really attempting this as well. The Molotov should be a clear indication to back the hell off as Supermad's got on the B side. What a bamboozle.
That was very well played. I mean, the fact that do you think they didn't notice that the bomb was down because they did leave? Then nobody went aggressive into tunnel to even spot the bomb. So I have a feeling maybe they didn't really have the bomb spotted, and that's the reason they've made that switch over as well, the rotation. Because I mean, if someone would have spotted the bomb in upper tunnels, I'm sure they would have kept one man waiting around or lurking around to make sure nobody picks it up.
Exactly. CS is more about how hard you're making it for your enemies to access information. You can see Buckery did a real good job at it, and this is how you get to your minds of your enemies. We saw this initially from Buckery when they try to take random aggressive engagements on their CT side, but it seems like they have a couple of tricks up their sleeves on the T side as well, which for now are proving that they are working. Meow 16k all alone towards long as she has to fend off every single attacker through short. Mind you, they've already gone past and Meow needs to be aware. No, she gets sidelined. Supermad, beautiful entry as he gets both Fatu and Meow. Maharani bites the dust. And it feels like Thanos might have just snapped his fingers because half the server just might have gone down the ashes.
Yep, with that being said, just Tarzan and Tbone now retreating. And Sai is going to find Tarzan as well, so it's just going to be Tbone. Their economy not looking too good. This will put them into a forced eco, except for Tbone, of course, if he manages to save that weapon. Again, like I said, Team CC5 gets that early momentum going, and then for some reason, it just stops, and they're not able to do much.
Well, Tbone should be able to get one frag if he's lucky, and Team CC5, their economy is starting to dwindle. Buckery 5, this is what we've been waiting for, right? We knew that it's just about time. It's more like running the routine for some of these players. Zishu, it seems like he's already hot on the tray. Sai's chiming in. Supermad's starting to look really good as well. The entries he got towards shot were no joke. Well played from his end. Team CC5, they're yet to reply. Scout with the Mag 7 trying to pull off a vintage play at Dust 2, which is just rushing without giving two hoots. Let's see if he's going to succeed in that, though. Nah.
Nope.
Zishu too warmed up for his own good.
Also, I feel like he's a big fan of two things in this game: the ops and the shotguns. Because he time and again, he's got the sawed off, he's got the Max 7. He's trying to make one big play happen, and I have a feeling, yes, it is for that highlight reel that we were talking about early on.
Well, let's see if the Eagles can do anything, right? Because we've seen a couple of rounds where you'd expect the other team to win it by a landslide, but it really doesn't chime out that way. Indian CS does have a recurring theme when it comes to playing against the pistols in an efficient way. A 3 versus 5, make it a 2 versus 4 nonetheless. Tbone, his positioning is what's gold here, and I guess not the same. Zishu goes down through the smoke. 10 to 11. C5. So close, yet so far. I guess that's how they would have been seeing it, at least up until now.
They can still buy in the next round, mind you, but they need to be patient. They need to try and take sensible engagements, or else Buckery 5, it's just about the aggression.
Yeah, I'll tell you who isn't patient. It's Ankkita. She's got the full M4 stack and the armor going. She's no hoots to the eco round. Let's see if she can get some frags going. Fatu's gonna jump off. It's gonna take some more damage.
Yeah, but the M4 actually chimes in the kill. Mind you, Fatu is kind of very low HP and Supermad so consistent on the entries. It's all left on a Tbone to try and fend off the ace side from potential hazard, which simply isn't the case. Tarzan, Scout, whatever he may be, it doesn't seem like he's gonna be getting a frag, because even at this range, it's just that Zishu has been such a beast. And Tarzan seems to be the peeling. Alright, seems to go the Disney route. A 2 versus 2 as the Cinderella story might just come to be. Sai, he's back down to 15 HP. With the AWP, he is gonna fall back. But they are in very similar positions. Robo swings wide to claim the initial frag. Sai with the cleanup duty, 11 to 11. This might just be what we predicted. But I'm getting chills down my back.
Yeah, with the Byron now is gonna come in finally for the side of Team CC5. I feel like they need to, dial down on the aggression because they are going aggressive towards B and A, and that's the reason they are getting picked apart. And you can see the damage already been done to Tarzan.
Oh, rush me, no
oh
stop.
my
Guess it's the
God.
old saying, and you know why it works. Supermad. I guess he's looking to have a couple of stream highlights out on his socials yet again. It's all left on a Meow. 1 versus 5, nothing much he can do. Guess the first. At this point, it all possibly could come to damage, but Supermad sweeping in, just offering her free fags. Well, I guess IR does give you some level of bagging rights, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure. And Mia now, I think this is another round gone for Team CC5. It's just not making it work. Their defensive side on both A and B, just a tad bit weaker to defend. And I think it is the lack of utility, which they're not able to really pick up for themselves.
If they do need utility, Maharani needs to stop buying the damn M4. It seems like regardless what the call is, she's that player who will just bind F1 to buy and will click it at the start of every time round.
That's exactly what I do as well. Just buy every round. I mean, I've got the dollars. I'm just gonna keep buying. Economy what is the real call when I play CSGO as well. But yeah, this time around, so much more slower from the side of Bucky 5. It's just gonna cost them because the rushes are what's giving them these rounds. But for some reason, they've just put a halt to that.
They're just trying to give a love tap over to CC5, see how they respond, because if you keep giving it the same treatment, it'll run in a very fatigued manner, right? They're trying to keep it fresh for both us and themselves. Marani completely flashed. They are trying to play this one at... Oh, we have it, boys! Let us go! Oh, no, he gets spotted out! DynamicJatt is exactly where he is! Oh, boy. I commend him for that. I need to go to his channel and donate, because that is something that I would not see anybody else do. It's so refreshing to watch.
Tbone left in a 1v3. He's got the op, he's gonna save it. And I think the hunt is coming down. I can see players slowly starting to rotate. Zishu searching for his prey. Okay, that is nope. It's gonna be long. They know it's long. You can see it coming.
Zishu, he wants that frag. You know how hungry he is for it as well. Tbone is gonna offer the challenge, which I assumed he wouldn't, but he ends up coming on top. No cigar. 13 to 11. They do manage to save the AWP. But will they make any work of it is gonna be the next question. A double op setup. I don't really think the double op setup is the best when you're going against a team that just likes to rush you down, because once they run down the distance, even if you get that initial frag, what use is it? Your team is going to be busy setting you up on the AWP at a position that you like. Tbone, that is not the place you'd like to jump, especially when you know they've been rushing towards B. Sai, a defensive smoke to potentially allow his team to get a little more aggressive, and The same old saying, Rush B, no sub, Suka, Blia, Tarzan with the flick. Good for the first, and it's a shooting gallery up ahead. He needs to start landing this. Tbone adding into the fray from the door. Beautiful flick as ever. Sai finally puts a stop to his killing spree as he needs the ace to win it, ladies and gentlemen. He is up against Fatu Miao and Maharani. Boy, that could have been a flick. I almost saw that one coming. He has a minute 5 left on the clock. He definitely has time going in his favor. But what he needs are frags. 16k is right out of the window, and that's the limit. So is the sky. Sai, how do you choose to tread this? You could potentially use the Molotov and tread close through the doors to obstruct vision, but that's not going to be the scenario. Beautiful bait from Miao to allow Maharani to swing in. Tag team girl duel in actions, 13-12. This might be closer than we expected.
Yeah, this is gonna. If it goes to OT, it's gonna get so much more interesting because both these teams now, I kind of feel like they figured out what each other's doing and they're reacting to it. Especially CC5, right? There's a beautiful crossfire setup, doors as well as sight in. They just mowed them down. The shooting gallery, like you said. I feel like Bakri Fights might have seen that coming, so now they're just gonna slow it down. And you see that 4-stack push towards shot. They have enough money to work with this round. Fatu is gonna lose the off.
Again, the reason why a double off setup isn't really the best to answer to an aggressive side that just runs you down like that. There's no way that he could even recover in that situation. Tbone trying to recover something of this round, but the salvage just goes to carnage. All left on to Maharani, and boy oh boy has things ever looked bleak.
Unless they all run into her, I don't think this is gonna be easy. And nope, Sponsor is gonna go down as well. 14-12. Match point for Bakri. Oh,
It's 15 if I'm not mistaken,
15.
but it's been a long day for these two teams, especially considering how much we've seen Zishu. I guess he's been spending at least 4 hours before the match is grinding. You always have one of those teammates, don't you?
Yep. But yeah, I mean, this is a very close match, so I want to see what they do in map 2 because this is not the end of it. It is a best of 3. 2 more maps remaining, and it's not all done and dusted. It might be CC5's pick next time around, and who knows? Who knows? Maybe they can dominate like the way they did early on in this Dust 2 as well.
Nice frag from Fatu though. The utility comes raiding in and he's making the run for the hills. Ooh, Bakri 5, they're not in range to get the catch. They do end up going even on the trade here, CC5, which will favor the T side. How does the CD side respond? Side! What? Through the... He's been having so many of these shots. Just through the wall. Wink wink. 2 versus 4. And boy oh boy. This is turning out to be one hell of a derby. It's just frags after frags after frags. Regardless who gets them, they are fragged.
Fatu going aggressive. Maharani's gonna burn down to 8 HP.
Ooh, the flip almost hit though, and Fatu! Ooh, Zishu! Man, that's DM lying in waste. Robo swings by to get the frag on Maharani as Bakri hit map and match point. Sorry, map point, as we do have the best of 3 grand finals with Mirage coming in next. Mind you, this is CC5's map pick.
The Mirage?
No, Dust 2 CC5's
Dust
map
2 was
pick.
okay. So Mirage is gonna be much more difficult to handle. Is it gonna be the last round? Let's see, because the aggressive push again coming in. Rusty is the call.
The spray
gallery again, but
could have been massive.
yeah,
Could have been massive.
This time around, they don't lose 4; they only lose 2. Supermad and DJ are gonna go down to Tbone and Maharani, and see the return. Meow.
Ooh, Fatu almost gets that frag through the smoke. And mind you, Team CC, they are on a flank. They have coming through tunnels, which might not be the best call, given Sai is positioned at platforms with the AWP. Bakri 5s, this is for taking CC5's map pick against them. They have cleared the dust as it settles on the battlefield. Bakri 5 have taken map 1. And this is half the job done, but the more difficult aspect of it, because Mirage is a map where it'll be even harder when you are playing as a pug-based team.
Yes, again, guys, this is the CSGO Streamer Showdown brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. And a big shout out to NVIDIA, GeForce India, and GamerConnect. We are going to move to Mirage, map 2. OG, where do you think it's going to go this time around?
Well, I feel bad saying this, but I feel like it's going to be a 2-0. Bakri just look way too powerful.
All right, we will be back in just a moment for map number 2. That's going to be Mirage.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
we are back for a match number 2 of the GamerConnect CSGO Streamer Showdown, brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. And a huge shout out to NVIDIA, GeForce India, and GamerConnect. With me again is OG for map number 2. Take it away, OG. Do you think Bucky 5 is going to make it look easy and walk away with a 2-0, or is CC5 going to respond?
Well, it does definitely seem like this might be the final map, but Tbone has the beginning in that argument, gets the initial frag, but Buckery 5 have been doing good to maintain their man advantage and the site, mind you, as Team CC5 are performing a difficult B-side retake. They are completely locked out. Meow and Tarzan, they are trying to split them up, but it's only Meow who's found any success looking for her third. Mind you, individual 1v1s offered, but none taken as of yet. He is just so enraged and played with at this point. Robo just gotta be having a small giggle as Supermad puts it a silence from the back. 1-0, Buckery 5 with a beautiful B-rush, as usual.
As usual, it is B-Rush netting him the first round. Let's see if they can, get this momentum going, because I think they are trying to look. I did watch their streams in the break, and it seems as though they are looking to finish off in style with a 2-0. With that being said, guys, all the streamers are streaming their POVs, as well as there's a lot of Steam code giveaways. So do go check each one of them out. And if you're lucky, you get to witness good CSGO and win a bunch of Steam codes.
That 1D though, it will start from Meow, but not as poetic of an ending. Batu has been trying to conceal his position, could have gone for the frag on a Jatt, but the AK overpowers him. 2-0, Team CC5 doing very little in the way of damage. Let's see if they can make it back up in terms of a buy. It would be very displaced, but at this point, I think everybody expects CC5 to buy and never to eco. Say the same over Buckery 5 as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Full buys coming in from both sides. But utility, it's just Meow that's stacked up with all this utility. Can she make
wait. Is that
something
gonna be
of
the
this?
ninja? Carson has a kit. He has a smoke. He has a Zeus. Holy shitsicles. The smoke is on. He could potentially tap it. Nobody has wind of this. Tarzan, he's just waiting it out. Now he makes the move. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Nobody's there to deny. Finally, Superman through the smoke. He downs Tarzan. It's all left to the Tbone as it all is a massacre towards the A side. He's gonna go for kill. Me replay. Beautiful frag with Superman. Oh boy, that is. If
That was
Tom and
brilliant.
Jerry ever needed a sequel, you'll have the writers right here.
That was brilliant, but yep. Seems as though Buckery 5 did hear it out this time around. I think the distraction was not loud enough for them to, for Scout to go for that rest. But 10 on 10 for effort.
Yeah.
He almost stuck it 1 second on that defuse, and he would have got the round there. We came for a show, and Scout definitely gave us one. With that being said, now big rush coming into A side this time around, completely decimating 2 people already on the side of CC5. 3 people go down. It's just Meow and Marani, and now it's just gonna be Marani on the CT side. She does get super mad, but then gets taken down by Sai. Buckery 5. Oh my lord, what is this momentum?
I'll be honest, that's one of the more ambitious ninja attempts I've seen in quite a while. In his head, he must have been thinking, can I make the T side live up to their name? Which didn't seem like it. 4-0 for now, CC5 gonna be on the buy as you'd expect. Maharani with nothing but an XM114, no utility. That's the key factor here, no utility. So they're gonna take these fights raw, and they're gonna take these fights at their mercy. So far, it's been merciless from Buckery 5. Let's see if this change would result in anything positive. Marani's completely hidden away at bench as Fatu with a beautiful flash. The flames get Superman to be all the way. Maharani can't chime in though as Meow finally gets that frag and fends off the B side. Buckery 5. It seemed like they had the upper edge up until Meow showed up. After that, everything went flat. Especially considering that there was a shot backstab coming in as well. Only getting 1 frag on the back of that position is not enough.
Yeah, Meow came in huge there and clutch at the right point, which is going to help them sort of stop that momentum on the side of Buckery 5. First round And now we've got Scout on the op, holding it. But the smoke, I think this is gonna hit him right in the face.
Yeah, it should be one hard shot to hit. Tries to get the timing, but misses a small window. Oh,
That was
darn
close.
close. That almost looked like it gave him a free haircut, especially in these desperate times. That could be lethal. Tarzan, sliding as a bag with the P250, is able to get a frag, and if you're gonna go for the berserk play here, jump shot doesn't connect, but the P250 certainly does. A two-man advantage now. Tbone, perfect aggression, perfect time. DynamicJatt, nothing he could have done from fireboxes. The entire side was lit aflame by the retake. 4-2, CC5. It didn't look good in the first segment of that round, but when they were ready to relinquish control and take these fights in their condition, things started to look good.
Yeah, I don't think those CT pushes coming in from Robo and Supermad were really necessary. I mean, they walked through the smoke, through the flashes, and into the crosshair of Scout and Maharani there, which is gonna basically throw the round for the side of Buckley 5. It was a beautiful use of utility as well, but unfortunately not able to capture the round, which is gonna, again, you look at those buys, very, very scattered. But the short push is gonna come in, and Tbone
just lying them to waste. Fatu chimes in as well through the smoke. Robo finally puts in some kind of response from the side of Buckley 5. Mind you, they did lose 3 men on the back of this push and have gotten very little. The bomb dropped. Tbone, he's just gonna be comfortable sitting and laying a nest where he stands. At this point, there is just too little to be done. Robo now in a 1 versus 4, almost undoable. But let's not take him out of the picture quite yet. Beautiful entry on a Tbone. Mind you, Maharani is right around the corner through market. If he overcommits, there's a real chance that Robo could win this. Not really sure what that nade is supposed to do, but cool, I suppose. Meow? Is this gonna be the knife? This could be the knife! No, Meow! At least she does put Robo down in peace, you know, no shanking between the shoulder blades.
that was a good opportunity for me out to knife Robo, but he's gonna go for the round instead because they're already a map down, and they really want to come back into this game, and she's not gonna take any chances whatsoever. Because I think it would have been a solid chance for Robo if Meow did go down there, you know, flexing the knife.
Well, so far, it seems like Buckley 5 have started map 2 just as they did with map 1. Not looking that hot off the bat, but they do warm up, right? Not really sure what Far to try to do there. It anticipated the clear go ahead through Tetris, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It's all left on a Meow. Rotation's miles away, so she needs to be absolutely precise and pivotal on the hole. She is set up though, a real good position, and Tbone can swing on the back of this. It's all just buying time, and she does as much as she humanly could. Tbone being caught between a rock and a hard place, both of them do end up smashing into each other, and Tbone eventually as well, as it boils down to a 2 versus 2. Robo, he's down to 38 HP, but he's removed from the picture as Sai sets himself up for the 1 versus 1. Tarzan, he has no... What? Sai? Psych? I guess? Jesus, that was... I'll be honest, half of these frags, I just did not understand how Sai loses the 1 versus 1. He had the AK, he had the angle covered, yet Tarzan swoops in with the P250 no less.
Yeah, it was one of the
weirdest.
it was probably one of the weirdest crouch peaks I've seen as well, right? Because he had half of that plank that kind of hid and just his head peeking out. And look at this, the Fatu going in with that aggression onto the eco round, and no return whatsoever. Supermad, Tbone's heard you. He's gonna punish you for missing that ladder, and that's gonna be a fast end to Buckley 5's eco round. But now it's gonna be a full buy. See if they can even the scores out.
I completely forgot there was something called eco. I didn't even notice it in the previous round with the way these two teams have been going at each other. Well, it seems like Buckley 5 are retaining discipline when it comes to map 2, because the T side of Mirage is very, very, very hard when you don't have utility. It is so hard to get some of these executes done, especially considering that the CTs have the option to just stay passive and play off the timer, get the deny in the nick of time. which is the crucial piece of utility when it comes to the T side. Scout anticipating the clear towards Palace, but nobody had eyes towards there. It was him completely solo. Thereby, the side goes to Valkyrie 5. Meow, she's good for the first frag. The life tries to lay down a smoke, but there's too little to save her life. Fatu, he's gonna be very quick on the backstab. This could make or break, but oh, freaking hell, I think he's hurt. This should be done and dusted, but Valkyrie 5, they have proven that it's possible to win an aim fight without Okay. Just carry it over, SK. I'm done. Sometimes you just see these frags, you're like, why, how,
Start
and
questioning. He start questioning the whole game. I guess. I mean, I could agree with you on that, but
Yeah, it's all left on the Maharani side. He was so low from the get-go, and the Molotov, they are just having at it.
Bro was just toying with Maharani there. They finally equalized the round. Keep in mind, guys, Valkyrie Fire is already one map ahead in this best of 3 series. So if they do take this map, it is gonna be the whole series for them. But if CC Fighters take this map, we are gonna go into map number 3. So let's see how this series goes on, because 5-5 right now, very evenly matched. But we know what CC5 does. They get the momentum and then they just completely throw it. It is a very back and forth affair when it comes to this team. And Maharani for herself.
Oh, we've all had those moments. We've all seen those days. Zishu, he's seen better days though, and he's seeing better days. But he doesn't live it. Down at 2 versus 2, Faru. On the backstab, quickly tries to deny the plant. At least he postpones it. It's bought time for Tbone to aggress through shot. The double spray down, almost a reality. Supermad now in the 1 versus 1, down to 63 HP, but he's trying to play the angles and the mind games far too. He looks to be in tune though, dancing the dance of death. It looks like a ballet. They know exactly where one another are. And Fatu just goes straight for the head, no mercy, as CC5 want to claim vengeance for map 2. Map 1, actually. Six to 5, CC5. So far, so good, I'd say, considering the result from map 1. I'd say it's going to be written more on their T side than on their CT side. Valkyrie 5 CT side, on the other hand, is predicted to be very aggressive. Let's see if they will live up to their names. That's the question. That's Meow. Just bounces through the
down that UMP.
Beautiful spray down. Could potentially convert, but Zishu's still up. He's been the X factor for Valkyrie.
Yeah, what was Tbone looking at when he threw that flash, by the way? He just turned around and looked at the wall for a second there. Fatu. Oh, alright, never mind Tbone. He doesn't need any help. He's gonna line them down.
Lock, boys.
Yep, he's gonna go down.
Well, it's been fun so far. At least map 2, Mirage. It feels like CC5, even though they did go down in map 1 in kind of a sad fashion, especially towards the end there, now it seems more revitalized. Now it seems like a much more even matchup. What do you feel? Do you think that this is something Valkyrie 5 is still taking lightly?
I don't know. I mean,
no.
It almost feels, just as we say that, Tarzan's gonna fight side, but Robo is gonna give the return. What I was gonna say is that we've seen what CC5 does. They suddenly string together 4 or 5 rounds and then they throw 4 or 5 rounds. So you never know, right? This is maybe the time for them to get these rounds going. Boom. And Zishu says,
triple kill, all headshots, all impact. Boy. That is
Zishu just comes alive at the right possible time. I think that's what makes him the highlight reel of this tournament, because every single time you say, okay, Valkyrie is on the back foot, Zishu just comes up huge. And the CC5 cannot make any sort of return. I mean, like you said, all 3 crisp headshots, lines them up. And he's gonna find, I think they're gonna find the round. So it's gonna be 7 rounds to 6. Valkyrie 5 still on the back foot. Maharani there.
Wow.
Camping out in Mark.
This is that classic last person alive. He'll have 30 frags and he'll be yelling at round 30 saying, guys, why aren't you fragging? What's happening? Yeah, it happens. It happens. Oh, if Zishu went down there, there would have been some serious questions asked. Luckily, Zishu gets that frag. 7-6. We see these teams reaching a more even margin, but this is going to be make or break. CC5 have invested heavily into this round, with them even going a glass cannon AWP on a Fatu. If they do by any margin lose this round out, Bakri 5 will not only have a way to revive the half, but end it with a lead. Oh, through the Molotov, Fatu, mind you, he does not have armor. For
Yeah,
those
he
who are
took a
relatively new to
lot of
CS,
damage.
Tbone,
Tbone.
he's been on the spray for quite a while. In round 12, if I'm not mistaken, and now in round number 14. Boy, a lot of damage done on a DynamicJatt as well. And Scout, he just lies in wait. If he does land the bunny hop, he would make a pretty crazy play.
Look at
But
the
I
bomb.
guess, yeah, it's not even needed.
The bomb just dropped, Ankkita for a second there. The bomb jump scared her. But she's gonna hold the position, and now it's gonna be up to Zishu. He is capable.
He is certainly capable. Beautiful job on the spray. Runs out of bullets. Could get this 1v1 underway, but Scout seems far too prepared.
Yeah, that was close. But 8-6 onto the side of CC5 this time around. Again, good CT side coming in the last round of the first half. What do you think? Where do you think this match is going to go in the second half? Do you still root for CC5 because they are starting to find, that kind of team synergy? They are holding good crossfires and also the utility usage. Except for Marani, she's just playing her own game. But the rest of them, definitely kind of stringing in together a bunch of good rounds.
I'd still have to favor Bakri 5. I'm not really that confident on the T side that CC5 will have, especially considering it's Mirage. There's a lot of teamwork that sets in when it comes down to getting position on these sides. Like you can see, Bakri 5, they're doing a really good job. They've gone aggressive in the perfect manner. One guy is going through sandwich while the rest come in through the side swing, which is very crucial. There's only one man who's supposed to play it. Unless you're a more well-oiled machine yourself, that's very hard to point out, especially considering the small nuance that does go when it comes to these bomb sites, which is very hard to exploit when you are more or less on the bottom end of professionals.
Oh my god, he's gonna find Fatu.
Reloading, and ooh,
Nope.
he got that dink.
Yeah, he almost got that 5 HP on a Supermad, but that's gonna be the 7th round for Bakri 5. Swap sides, but like you mentioned, maybe CC5 is gonna have a difficult time on the T side.
Considering that we have some of the top Indian streamers playing in this tournament, and you being a streamer as well casting this, there's... Okay, so considering that now it's 2020, right? We look at esports and streamers like how our parents used to look at TV channels and radio channels and music as well, right? It's more about how you try to consume things that are in your character. There are many top streamers which I don't watch just due to me not enjoying the content, and there are some streamers that might be questionable, but I still do end up watching them because I find their content kind of funny. Might be dark, but it's funny at the end, right? What is your favorite type of content, especially when it comes to streamers? Like, what do you look... Oh, you're one of the Tbone boys. Eh? You just like to have the meme pulled out of every situation.
Pretty
Actually, I enjoy that. Dude. It's more of a
Exactly.
casual setting of CSGO where you're getting tired of the competitive grinders who come in CS, right?
Yeah,
they
but
keep
also
streaming.
there is a
a good
switch,
change.
right? Because if you look at this match alone, Tbone's sitting on 24 frags.
Big
So
boy.
there's always a switch when you watch Tbone. It's obviously 90% of the fun, but when the switch is hit, he's gonna go crazy. He's gonna frag. He's gonna play out of his mind. So it's a good balance of having a good time, and just as we say that, looking a little iffy. Tbone and Tarzan there at the end, not able to get the bomb plant. Did they get the bomb plant? I don't think so, right? It got denied.
I mean,
So, yeah.
this doesn't need to be held only with us. Those who are watching in chat, let it be in the mainstream, let it be in any of these streamers stream. I don't think the streamer stream can hear me, but yeah. Do vote and let's just have a contest. Who do you think is going to be the most popular amongst these? Just put down a hashtag. Whoever you support in chat. For me, I think my money is going to be on Supermad. I have an inkling that he might win this. I'm not really sure why.
Tbone.
Beautiful shot. I mean, you called this man out. You said this man might be 90% fun, but the 10% skill he has does seem to pop out more than you expect.
It's not even the 10% skill. I'm saying like there's a switch. So when he wants to really play out of his mind, he does, and it's very impressive that someone has that switch where you go from having 90% fun to suddenly just going batshit crazy in games. That's what surprises me, because it's just a very good balance, and it's very unpredictable as well, right? You're having a good time and then he just pops off and goes crazy. The nade.
Yeah, Meow's at 1 HP. Do you think Sai will go for the knife? Or the Zeus, potentially? He has both.
I don't think so. They need these rounds. He knows it. There we go. Come on, Sai he's probably tried to go for those knives more than any one of us here. And he's heard Meow.
Meow is... She's trying to play a next level game right now. She's expecting Sai to come out of path. If Meow gets the drop on Sai, this is gonna be one hell of a story.
Oof, dig in hand.
She's taking the fight. She has no fear in her eyes. 20 seconds left. Sai's playing time though. He's smart. He knows that there might be a possibility that the challenge might be in, but there's no way that Meow actually takes the risk and goes towards B. So she's essentially leashed, and there's nothing she can do. Oh, whoa, Sai! Ice in his nerves. He didn't even. Cool man, don't look at explosions.
Yeah, he just walked away.
God.
He looked like a superhero in that.
I had a brain fart for a second, wondering why.
What happened?
Nobody's shooting. What's happening? Why is the bomb not going down? And whew, boy, this is one spicy matchup.
9 rounds now to the side of Buck-T5 and CC5. Now a single round picked up on the T side. Sai now aggressive towards that mid with the AWP, but little does he know, Robo and Fatu have Tbone and Fatu have already pushed up, but Sai does find Fatu at the end.
Yeah.
And now Tbone boxed in connector with 3 CT staring at him.
He's going aggressive though. Here's Zishu all the way, but Zishu still gets the drop. Superman. Okay, I understand where he got that name from. That is grotesque. Even though he didn't land that frag, that is ballsy.
Yes, he just Supermad jumped in to the tunnels. And look at this setup though. They're all just boxed in mid. Not the best position, but they're making it work with the Deagles and with the 2 AKs. But Sai,
ready as ever, picks up the frag out of Maharani, and Tarzan is right around the corner. Mind you, he's stacked down to 24 HP. But not really that big of an issue considering he is going head-to-head against an AWP. Much of the heavy lifting here needs to be done by Meow. She has the bomb. She has the Deagle. She has the element of surprise. And Sai is down to 47 HP, completely relinquishing mid-control. So DynamicJatt needs to be worried about 2 angles. Ooh, I think he spotted her down to 8 HP. And Meow calls the bluff, rushing him down with the Deagle and taking him down like a knight. Sai on the rotation with the AWP. The bomb going to be planted towards B short. Exactly what Scout wanted. This has transitioned perfectly for CC5 so far, but they need to convert and win this round. We know Sai. We know that he can pull off such plays. Yes, this is his time to prove it yet again. Ooh, that quick scope very well could have been a frag, but he's down to 5 HP, and Meow so close to his comfort. 9%. Oh, damn! Center packing with a headshot nonetheless.
Might not have got the round, but that flick was just insane to watch it. And the fact that we were on his POV as well, my mind is blown. This man he's something else.
That's no man. That is something that you did not want to face up against. Boy. Damn. Alright, that woke me up for sure. This certainly does feel like CC5. Even though CC5 are getting a significant amount of rounds, it doesn't really feel like they're in control, right? This seems like it can go south for any team at any time. Scout, challenge from Supermad, and he ends up getting that frag. Well, he just got CSGO'd. Nothing more to say, Zishu. Deagle, beautiful headshot. Should possibly save the AK. Again, there's another AK there, so DynamicJatt could rotate over and potentially get on the double save. They've tagged Fatu down to 40 HP, which might
lead them to go for a fight. Fatu quickly takes care of Zishu. Tbone rotating over through CT. Easier said than done. 10-9. Buckery 5. I guess this is what they were waiting for. I have a feeling that Zishu and Sai had like some kind of pact entering in this game. They're like, who will have the most AWP kills? Because both these players are so viable with the AWP, and both these teams do prefer a double op setup, which is not really the case when it comes to Mirage. Let's hope that this only sticks to this round, because if they go for a double up setup, it's going to be pretty easy for Team CC5 to run at them. Jump through the window, Tbone gets a drop on his side. Very surprising to see the lead. DynamicJatt cannot pick up a single kill. Tbone doubling up in return. Zishu with the AWP chiming in at the nick of time. It is the rifle save for the retake, but it is the B side they need to encroach upon. Tbone!
What?
My goodness, we didn't even see that, and we have X-ray.
And I think this is the ace for Tbone, because he got the initial 2 frags as well as the 2 other frags in market. Yup, this is the ace for Supermad. He's gonna play spoil sports there. Denies the ace.
Again.
But he's in a 1v2 now versus Tarzan and Maharani. Plant is good. He's not gonna get anything out of that round except for this op though. Yeah, he's gonna be happy to save the op for Zishu. But that push, there's no answer, there's no mollies, none of that being thrown at. Yeah, utility thrown at for the push, because they heard the footsteps, but all they could have, all they worked with was a smoke and a grenade, which is not enough.
It is simply not enough to hold the B side, and considering that Team CC5 have been at least poking at mid, right? If not hard taking mid control, they're at least contesting it. Buckery 5's rotations have been significantly delayed as well. Not really a good way to answer thus far to this kind of aggression, as now Sai on the AWP. Ooh, that was very dangerous, but he still goes in for the repeat. Balls on this man to even think of such a play. Zishu with the deagle. Oh, this is... yeah, they're just trying to one-up each other. This is not even a fight against the enemy team. This is just an internal kind of tallied conflict. Zishu with the deagle completely flashed inside, smoked off. Could have gotten that frag, but Tbone again coming in like a snake from the back lines, ripping apart the defense a new one, as it's all left on a DynamicJatt with the USP at CT. But he's not long for the world. 12-9, and we might have a map 3 on our hands.
12-9 on to CC5. Buckery 5 not able to respond the past 3 rounds, and the relentless offense. I think that's what's working out here, which is just close your eyes and just rush a bomb site. And it seems as though
Tbone has 35 frags.
35?
35 frags.
Yikes. Did not notice that, but thank you for the update.
Did not see that coming today.
Yup, I did not see that coming. Like I said, this man has a switch, and at the vital times, you know, matches like these where he needs, or the team needs Tbone, and just as I say that, Zishu is gonna fight Tbone at mid. And finally, mollies. You see that mollies coming in is gonna completely slow down the push. Robo has heard me.
Ooh, I thought that nade is gonna do damage. What the hell? Where did it go? Wow.
I think it hit the arch. It hit the arch and it didn't really like go in. And now look at this. All of them just stuck there, inner parts. Sai knows it. He's gonna try and go for the push, but Fatu is gonna punish.
Yeah, seem too aware. Fatu does end up going down the grenade though. 3 men yet to commit. Mind you, there are 45 seconds left. But Buckery 5 will catch wind of this rotation. They should. They have 1 man in the form of Zishu, who's been on point thus far throughout map 1 and map 2 to solo anchor the A site with the glass cannon. Oh, damn, son! Where do you find those? Rushing aggression, pure relentless skill, persevering in the space of the rush. Boy!
My god, Zishu is an absolute monster. It's just so difficult to stay calm in those situations, and he just makes it look easy. That's what surprises me every single time with Zishu. I mean, we know he's an explosive player, but man, oh man, that is just... he's making it look easy time and time and again. But yeah, like you said, Tbone is also the man to watch here. 12-10. Can Buckery 5 come back into this because they are looking strong. They look really poised in the last round. And just as I say that, Sai is going to find the danger man on the side of CC5. Now this is going to be Zishu, who's going to be watching Palace.
And it has been a recurring theme where Bakri 5 are more than happy to play a solo man towards A. This is the first time, I suppose, where CC have come in late towards the A side, but they're going to be greeted by more than just one man. In fact, 3, just to speak of it. Zishu has a flash. DynamicJatt has tried to play bait, and Zishu will play bait as well. This is all going to be on side, and he has a UMP 45. Gonna be a very, very dicey round, considering that Scout's gonna be backstabbing from mid. This is all set up for the side hold, and everybody bites the dust. What just happened to the fight there? It looked like they were slowly encroaching, but one tripwire and their entire team just tripped and fell down in the mud.
Yeah, and last round, if you notice Zishu, I think he dropped his op somewhere. This time around, he is gonna get himself an op, and they've got a lot of economy to work with as well, because the if you look at CC5, the economy is shattering slowly but slowly. Gonna force them into 3 deagles, a Galil, and an M. Okay, here you go, Zishu.
Ooh,
The leg
he
tag.
lands the leg and the Molotov. Was it gonna be enough? It does more than enough in terms of pushing them away. I guess they have a clear war.
Sai. Oh my god, he caught Meow napping there, and he's gonna find a headshot. There we go. I think this is an easy eco round for Bakri 5 to counter, and they are gonna even it out. It looks as though they're gonna even it out, but Harani is the last remaining member. This is not looking good, and their economy as well. I mean, one more bad round, and it doesn't look like CC5 can really come back from this. Unless,
Yeah.
you know, some sort of magic happens.
Considering the amount of aggression that Bakri 5 have been posting at as well, unless Team CC5 did not win out their engagement, it's going to be much like Quarantine. They're going to be stuck at base with not many ways where you can get out while being safe at the same time. 12-12. Team CC5, their economy, it seems abysmal. They have money for a buy, but not really a good one. Maharani can't afford much in way of utility. Neither can Fatu or Tarzan, unless they do decide to downgrade to an inferior gun, which Tarzan has opted into. He's gone for a Mac 10, 2 flashes. Could have gone for a smoke, but that seems to be a route that he does not tread. Whereas on Bakri 5, they have more than ample utility. Mind you, the last time the B rushed just due to the lack of utility on Bakri 5, but there is no such criteria now. It's all guns blazing, baby. Tarzan jumping down towards the van, and they have a double nade. This could be the Kobe! No, it isn't. It goes in beneath the van, but he still burns courtesy of the flames. Fatu's the only one to find some amount of success, and it's with the Glock, mind you. He's down at 4 HP, 2 kills in the bag already, needs the ace it to win it. This is one impossible task. There is no way in hell he's gonna pull this off. Bakri 5.
And Zishu is still sitting on that op as well, right? He is just anchoring down that A side. The amount of patience coming in from the side of Bakri 5 is actually surprising to see, considering they're the ones that were taking the push. It seems like they kind of figured out that, hey, we are getting punished for those pushes. Sai, of course, is still making those aggressive pushes towards the tunnels, but the rest of the team is holding back. And you see Zishu, he's still playing CT the whole time. Robo's playing Nest. And Fatu, I don't think that was a good idea. Timing is off. Robo finds him 13-12. Bakri 5 slowly but surely clawing their way back into this game. And yeah, the economy. We spoke about this. One more bad round is gonna put CC5 in a back foot. And what now, OG?
Well,
3 deagles and 2 Glocks.
that's
No
gonna
utility.
require a Hail Mary play. Let's hope that they do deliver. Woo, woo, woo. Damn, son! Oh, boy. His flips are starting to look pretty scary. If you are CC5, you just want to avoid the A side as much as humanly possible, because there's nothing you can do to take this beast down. And for those of you who are relatively new to CS and just seeing Sai rush, there are some times where you'd see a play and you'd be like, ha ha ha, why'd this guy do it? Nobody should have known. But Pros do things for a very good reason. It's all about understanding reactionary play and trying to force out rotation and working time to your advantage, which is what these aggressive picks do get you. They get you picks, they get you advantages, and they more importantly get you information. And Bakri5 should know the information that Maharani has nothing but a Glock, defend her life, so they should be rushing in, swooping the final kill in the honey bag as it's 14-12. Bakri5 one round away from map, match, and tournament point here as CC5 they look dry and dead in the water.
Gas is not looking good at all. Zishu, I mean, we saw the fact that Sai is dangerous on the AWP, but you know, little do we know that Zishu is also a very explosive player. It's almost like Sai just stepping down, giving Zishu the platform and say, you know what, go for it. And he is not disappointing whatsoever. The aggressive push from Sai comes in again, finds Fatu, job done, 1-for-1 trade, and he's got the information as well. They were stacked towards the B side, but now they're gonna start rotating.
Yeah,
Where do you think the bomb's going this time around?
They're faking around with the information. They're expecting the rotation to be towards B, but like
Look
the
at the
old Shakespeare
utility.
saying,
No smokes to work with, just flashbangs, and just as you said, that Tbone is gonna get taken down by Supermad as well. Not looking good. 1 minute left on the clock, but finally Tarzan finds DJ. But the HP bars, the 3 fully healthy CTs versus.
Molotov is going to be massive. Might push me out to take an engagement, but she actually wins it out, which is surprising.
Look at the backstab
Considering-
coming in as well.
Oh,
You notice the backstab coming in from Palace?
oh wow. Right now, Zishu, all he needs to do is buy bait, but the more he tries to sell the bait is the more that Team CC5 will realize. Mind you, Meow is right above Palace, and are we going to see the slice and dice? Please, let's see the slice and dice. No, he lines them up rather. Beautiful
God,
spray.
that's
He wonders. He's like, guys, I got 2 frags. Sorry, what?
I don't think he noticed the second person. He just continued shooting. But 15 rounds for Bakri5. This is map and match point. Can they close this one out is the real question.
Well, can they close it or whether they can't? One thing is for sure, which is evident from seeing both these teams play. They're in it for the fun, right? Which is what tournaments sometimes are meant for. Sometimes you get these super competitive tournaments, and to just ease off that pressure, to just ease off that stress. A fun one like this will never fail to grab the attention, because at the end of the day, you're watching your favorite personalities go head to head. Regardless if they win or lose, you do not give 2 hoots. You're in it for the memes, you're in it for the clips, you're in it for the highlights, you're in it for the fun and the love. Well, I guess Bakri5, they've been giving more than enough love to Team CC5, taking these one-off plays, making this a close score line. But Team CC5 have been... the big brain plays. The big brain plays. He triggered discipline to the max. He was just waiting to see if there's anybody else. But of course, he didn't have information on the second player. So did choose to go the conservative route and take that shout.
Let's not count Meow out of this. She has played some impressive CSGO. It is going to be a 1v1 against Robo, which is a tall ask because she still has to get the bomb planted in 40 seconds. But the read is good. B is completely open. Robo playing in... he's going to play between both the sites, but Meow is definitely going to get the plant in this time around. Can she clutch it out? Who's your money on, OG?
Well, I'd say Meow. I think she's a better aimer overall, considering that Robo... I'm not really sure, dude. I think Meow has better aim, but Robo might have the game, because he is trying to pull off a play which you'd expect a little earlier. Right now, Meow would be trying to get eyes to his both shot and apps. But I sense a whiff. Ah, there we go, the whiff. Meow 16k, she gets it. 15-13 and CC5 all the way back.
Yep, you called it there, and that is gonna be 15-13. CC5 now, slowly, they're coming back. Are we gonna see an OT? Is the real question here, because we've seen CC5 do this time and time and again, and 35 frags. Tbone hasn't fragged in a while. He's stuck at the 35 frags ever since we mentioned it. I think that was 3 rounds ago.
Hey,
And,
you have to give it to Tbone. He has a big heart. He's allowing the rest of his teammates to get IR as well.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, surely that was the call.
Exactly. All
Sharing the
calculated.
spotlight.
That's what a team does. Power of friendship, I suppose.
But I like what they're doing now. They are patiently playing it out. Tarzan is kind of reduced to a scout.
Yeah, a scout
Not-
with the scout.
Scout with the scout, but not able to close that out. Alright, that again rhymed. But there we go. The site, however, is free for the taking. Bomb gets planted. 4v3. It seems as though CC5 is looking pretty strong to take this round as well. They've already settled in. They've got the position. They find Sai. It's just going to be up to Zishu, and Zishu's going to whiff. The one time you don't whiff, Zishu.
Ooh. Nasty eagle shot though. Didn't expect Dynamic to be hitting those kind of shots.
Ouch.
Tight angle.
But
Tight,
just get
tight
taken
angle.
down.
I'll
Yep.
be honest, tight angle. Most players probably wouldn't be able to hit that shot. 14-15 nonetheless. It seems like CC5 still do have a shot at this. They've been good stringing the past few rounds together, but this is the all-important one. If this doesn't work out, the previous just adds the stats. That's all. Let's see if Team CC5 can push us to a map 3 and potentially overtime. Let's take one step at a time. Tarzan sawed off as iconic as you humanly could think. Is he gonna get a frag chat? Is he? The spray wild, but Jatt manages to get two side. He has proceeded to bait the rest of his teammates and it fails! Super bad! Oh boy!
They mow them down. GG to the side of Bakri 5. They are gonna take this tournament, this fun tournament. I had a lot of fun casting and watching these games. But yeah, guys, if you are tuning in, this was the GamerConnect CSGO Streamer Showdown, brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. Also a huge shout out to NVIDIA and NVIDIA GeForce India and GamerConnect, and also every single streamer who played here. They played their hearts out. They gave us all the entertainment we could ask for. This was me, SK Please, and OG, who I guess we had a really good time casting. But
That was
2-0
fun.
to the side of Bakri 5. And we will see y'all on the next one, guys.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.